This alabaster-ass podcaster used his platform, which he's ill-informed, to tell his audience not to give any type of financial campaign assistance to Jasmine Crockett. He says don't give her any money. It's a waste of time. Pick that cotton, dig that ditch, fry that chicken.
Imagine the cotton. Imagine fry the chicken. That's. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Normal Gaze, where we take on LGBT insanity. Actually, we're taking on insanity today.
But it is involving gays.
I guess. Yeah. Well, there's a lot going on. He already did a video on this on his channel, but I'm involved in some drama on Twitter, and it has to do with Democrats. But before we get into that,
we are doing a members-only video this week, doing a deep dive into our favorite queer TikTok beggar, Leanne. Clarkson uncovered her lore.
Leanne.
She is apparently broke and needs mutual aid every week, but we literally offered her $300 to come on our podcast, and she blocked me. So
yeah, she blocked me too. But I was saying encouraging.
I think that just means she wants us. She just wants. I think by blocking us, she was telling us she wants us to just show up at her house.
She's gonna sue us. She's every time you say
I'm
that.
joking.
She's gonna
it's
sue
a
us.
joke.
She's gonna crowdfund based off of.
But she can't sue anybody.
Anyways, we're gonna get into it today because who are what is it? Bowen Yang
and then some other dude. I had his name written down earlier.
One of them's on SNL. The other one is like a famous
former
podcaster.
SNL. I think he just stopped.
Oh, okay. Well, basically, they're these gay podcasters. They're
progressive.
They're they're leftist.
Yeah.
Like, they are very progressive, and they have a great career. They've got a big audience, and actually, funny enough, just a year ago, Tina Fey told both of them that they needed to watch their mouth and watch their authenticity because they're getting too famous and they're going to get canceled. And that's exactly what's happened. So we all know who Jasmine Crockett is. As a fairly left of center person, she's not my favorite politician. I think she's just very
trashy.
I wouldn't even say that. I think that she's kind of like a Marjorie Taylor Greene of the Democratic Party. Like, she's just a loud mouthpiece that says things that are clickable to get social media attention. It's not really much of substance.
Oh, but she's going to win the Texas statewide
she's going to win
election.
it. So these two gay men who are very progressive and leftist went on their podcast and basically said,
don't give her your money. It's a waste. She's not going to win.
She's not going to win. Give it to, because there's another candidate, James Tallarico, who's running, who is very soft-spoken. He's very intellectual, and he's kind of represents a new brand of Democrats.
And he appeals to Christianity.
He's a Christian.
He's also not going to win. But
no.
He will at least.
But he's got a better. He would have a better shot.
Objectively
a better shot
than the woman who called ICE slave patrols and running for a border
and said that Latinos, basically calling Latinos slaves.
She has no chance in hell.
No.
But they said don't vote for her, and
as you can imagine, Twitter has blown up, and we'll just play the clip. But you can just guess. Well, Jasmine Crockett's black, so
any criticism of a black woman is racism, obviously.
Yes. So let's just watch.
Don't waste your money sending to Jasmine Crockett. Do not do it. I must agree.
Hi, I'm too raw, too real, and I don't give a fuck how you feel. Matt, I'm about to lay your ass flat. Let me tell you something, bitch. Don't you ever in your 35 years of being here and being queer think you have the audacity, no, the caucasity, to be a ass Caucasian and telling a black woman who the fuck she can and cannot mother be, bitch.
He's not. Okay, I'm going to have to interrupt this a few times. First of all, it's blatant racism.
Caucasity.
I mean, yeah, that's what it is. Second of all, he's not telling a black woman what she can and can't be. He's just being realistic making an observation.
About political reality.
Correct. This is not anybody coming for anyone because they're black. This is people just acknowledging the reality that Jasmine Crockett's brand has been solidified as this anti-Trump MSNBC
and
liberal.
That person is not that kind of person that
won't
she's
win
chosen
Texas.
To become is not going to win
even
Texas.
If you look at her campaign ad, all it is a picture of her face with Trump saying bad things about her in the background. It has nothing to do with Texans.
In the state that Trump won by double digits.
Correct. That's not. So anyways.
Facts are just racist.
Yes. Observations are just racist.
These people are, they're stuck in a time loop that it's still 2019.
We don't give a f***.
No one gives a f*** about this.
I mean, this is the most lowbrow.
But it's viral. It's everywhere.
Bitch. This alabaster-ass podcaster used his platform, which he's ill-informed, to tell his audience not to give any type of financial campaign assistance to Jasmine Crockett. He says don't give her any money. It's a waste of time. Pick that cotton, dig that ditch, fry that chicken.
Imagine the cotton. Imagine fry the chicken. That's the way that almost sounds like you want him to be a racist. These leftist podcasters, it's like you're characterizing them as that they would want Jasmine to be picking cotton? Like, it's just inflammatory rhetoric for no reason.
Literally, the crime they did was just being realistic.
Yeah. And then you're going to say all of, like, I don't know.
I'm pretty sure that these people have, like, supported lots of black. They were all in for Kamala. Their issue is not a black woman politician.
Leftist. Like, they're literally leftist. I don't get it. Anyways, all right, let's just...
You're not gonna win in Texas. You're too black, bitch.
She's not gonna win a Senate seat in Texas, you guys. Like, if Beto O'Rourke couldn't do it, like, Jasmine Crockett is not gonna do it.
Then he says, oh, she's only making this about her.
Anytime a politician is making it too obviously about themselves, I'm already done.
Well, was she making it about her when she was standing up against ICE?
The fact that a woman was killed, she was shot in her head.
She's making it about her and her campaign ad. Like, this guy is being obtuse.
He's like, I'll bring up a different unrelated clip where she's not talking about
and he's
her.
trying to make his audience get riled up into race wars. This is the prime example of where 2018, 2019 went wrong. People like this creator capitalize off of black rage, knowing damn well this is not about race.
You're cooking.
You're literally selling out your own community and triggering them so you can get a bunch of views rather than engaging in any substantive intellectual discussion. Now, I don't know if this creator is just not capable.
I think he's genuinely just low IQ, incredibly stupid.
I don't know. I don't think so. I think he knows better.
He sounds dumb.
I don't know.
The way he speaks, he sounds like he has a room temperature verbal IQ.
You're also asking people to legitimately hold prejudice towards people of color when you tell them that they cannot critique any person.
Or observe a fact that she's not going to win, and you compare them to saying that black people should be picking cotton and frying chicken.
Well, I mean, he goes on for like, he goes on for like 3 minutes. Yeah, okay. So we don't need to watch that. But basically, there's a lot of comments in response.
Do you want to watch the other video of the girl who talks about the gaping?
Oh, yeah. Okay. So there's another creator who made a video, and she got like 100,000 likes too. So let's go.
I think it was up to 200,000 likes.
Great.
It's
everything's great. Over here on the left.
The left is doing amazing.
Everything's going fine.
Let's listen to her.
It's always a twink with a gaping rosebud and a microphone. To say, but since we are being funny, since the Boys with Podcast decided to turn a black woman's Senate run into a punchline, let me return the favor. Because it's actually insane. And I'm not talking about quirky insane, not internet cute insane, but structurally violent insane.
Structurally violent?
No words. It's like nothing matters.
It's a war on the dictionary.
They have taken hyperbole so far that they actually believe that it is all reality.
Let's recap what happened. 2 dudes on a podcast said
one of them who is Asian as...
And both of them are gay, and both of them are leftists. We're like, yeah, Jasmine Crockett's probably not going to win, so give your money to other candidates who have a better shot. And they have since been accused of telling black people to go back to picking cotton, of having gaping rosebuds.
Yeah, so then this also justifies homophobia.
Oh, the whole video is so homophobic. Yeah. She goes in on them. And then they're accused of structural violence for observing a reality.
We don't need to listen to it.
She got almost 200,000 likes.
Yeah,
on TikTok
so other people listen to her. And TikTok, I mean, I don't blame them. There's been a lot of comments in response. This person says, one of the reasons both can sit with their legs crossed making money is due to the work of a lot of black women and men that fought for civil rights for us all. Here we go again. It's always revisionist history. It always is.
They just make it up.
Like,
but also, regardless, it's like, okay, so even if that was true, even if you owed gay rights to black women, that means you must always support any black woman in any context, no matter how delusional.
Right.
No!
That doesn't make any sense. I'm pretty sure the majority of people who were fighting for gay rights were white men.
White gay men.
White gay men. And there were minorities in that minority, and we're very thankful for that. That's great. And we'll fight for your rights too, should they ever come up. But that doesn't mean either of us owe each other anything.
No, it's just a weird culty way to...
Especially owing, like, never being able to criticize. It just doesn't make any sense. If we thought like this, she can't win, we wouldn't have LGBTQ rights today. They don't even live in Texas.
None of you bitches live in Texas either, okay. I'm sure.
If we thought like this, we would still have rights, because this is the type of thinking that got us our rights. This is the type of thinking that said,
practicality.
Yes, gay men need to assimilate. We need to show them we're just like them. That's what got us our rights. That's what won us public support. It wasn't sitting here saying, you can't criticize a gay man, we're a minority, and then attacking everybody the minute somebody criticizes our culture or our lifestyle, even though it's not a lifestyle.
I like this tweet. Somebody commented on it and said, gay white men are still white, first and foremost.
And that's about Keith Edwards, who is a Democratic commentator. He's more of like, I believe, center left. and then Matt Rogers. And Bowen Yang's not white.
Asians they get accused of, what is it, proximity to whiteness?
Why? Because Asians are successful?
Literally, yes.
This is the dumbest shit I've ever. We need to leave this in 2019. I'm so sorry.
They're never going to quit it. They're addicted to it. Here's this next one. It's fascinating how some people comment on topics they know nothing about, only to dip into their subconscious racism
There we go. I knew that
and
was
deliver MAGA takes. Here's the translation. I don't want the black lady because, well, wink, but what I do know is that the white dude I just heard about is the better choice. It is just a fact that she's a ultra long shot candidate.
Yeah.
They're not dipping into subconscious racism. I agree they probably don't know a lot about it, but they're still correct. So
also, like, I can't stand when somebody just asserts that they know what's happening in someone's subconscious and that they're projecting as if they have the capability of understanding a human brain. Scientists can barely understand the subconscious. You think that you just watched a 10-second clip and now you know what's happening in the Asian and white boy's brain? No. Anyways, so I got very triggered
about this.
because this is like, I find myself.
Oh, wait, sorry. Can I just say one thing about that dude we just reacted to? I quote tweeted him and I said, all these left-wing influencers who are so big on Jasmine Crockett, a $10,000 bet. Any of y'all want to take it that she'll win?
Oh, no, they won't.
Crickets.
Well, their argument is that none of them are going to win, so why are you trying to stop the black woman?
That's the craziest thing. He didn't even try to stop her, say she should drop out. He's just like, maybe give your money to other people who have a better chance.
I would say give it to Democrats in swing states.
Right, that they could actually
I mean, that's the most practical outcome here.
If your goal is to elect more Democrats.
Yeah. But anyway, so I took to Twitter and I tweeted this while I was doing chest presses at the gym because it was just pissing me off. I said, the way the mob is going after him just because he criticized a black woman, your race does not make you a good candidate, nor does it make you above criticism. He is objectively correct and chronically online leftists are seething.
How did that go over?
So this tweet ended up going viral when finished.
It has 240,000 views. Wow.
Yes. So then I responded back to this tweet. I said, crying racism is nothing more than a cope. If y'all don't agree, address the points that he made. Rather than just saying that they're racist, why don't you just have an intellectual debate? Then Taylor Lorenz actually quote tweeted me. Taylor Lorenz is a
crazy person.
I mean, I
know you like her, but you like messy, crazy women.
I like Taylor. I actually called her after this. She tweeted, this is wrong. Leftists are the ones who most vocally hate Crockett for good reason. Blue MAGA liberals, I don't really know what that means, are the ones melting down because that's her base. The centrist Dem Chorus 1630 Fund, which is like a fund for creators, support Crockett. Leftists hate her because she's pro-crypto, pro-Israel, and corporate shill.
That's not fully accurate. She's not so pro-Israel. She just doesn't want to burn it all to the ground.
Correct. Yeah, right. So I corrected my tweet, obviously, and I was like, okay, because I didn't know what the K hive was on the left, which is like the Kamala hive. So there's a group of people who are like more moderate, like regular old Democrats.
Well,
I wouldn't say moderate.
Not leftists. They're progressives.
They're progressives, but they're not leftists. They're not
ultra leftists.
So when I said leftists are seething, the leftists got very mad because actually all the leftists
hate her because she isn't anti-Israel enough and she supports crypto. I guess I don't know.
But surprisingly enough, even though the leftists are very anti-Israel and that's why they don't like her, they actually were siding with the fact that you're allowed to critique a black woman.
True leftists have never really been into identity politics.
Correct.
They prefer class warfare.
Right, which you can debate about, whatever.
Sure,
but
it's at least more interesting.
It's a logical thought.
It's more.
It doesn't shut down.
It's more interesting though. It's more honest.
It can follow a train of
black woman.
Yeah.
Above criticism.
It's just I don't know. So I guess my tweet going viral and me agreeing with leftist is a very weird for my timeline. But they ended up quoting me and saying one of the main guys. One of the main guys who's like starting this whole thing on Twitter. I tweeted one more thing after because everybody was calling me a racist. I said, people in my mentions are calling me a racist for saying Tallarico is a better candidate than Crockett. If you think a factual critique of a black candidate is racist, then you're asking me to grant special privileges to a group I view as my equals. Y'all I treat everyone equally, which means I criticize everyone equally. Y'all are the reason no one cares about racism anymore. You've devalued the word so heavily that it now holds little moral weight in the eyes of many.
You've been eating. You've been cooking this whole video.
I did cook on that.
And they apologized.
Like,
cucks. I have great respect and admiration for Rep Crockett, and I regret that my word choice suggested otherwise. I just want us to win, and I will be better at finding ways to help.
Bro, pussy. You're a pussy. That's what you are.
Literally, I was on your side and you lost me because, of course, they didn't accept their apology.
No, they're not going to accept it.
They just get more mad because they want to be mad. And so all you did was encourage them to keep mobbing people by giving them a scalp. You appease no one. You have your back's been blown out so many times you have no spine.
Yeah. I mean, you sound like that girl who just...
I know, but I'm allowed to say it.
No, but now, honestly, I'm starting to agree with the creators. I don't agree that you guys are racist, but I do agree that you guys don't deserve a platform if you're not actually going to be authentic with it.
I agree. You shouldn't be don't talk political commentary. If some crazy people on the internet getting mad at you for saying a fact is going to cause you
if you're going to talk about
bend over
politics, you
backwards.
have to expect this type of reaction. If you can't handle it, don't talk about politics.
If you can't handle the heat, get out of the kitchen, bitch.
Yep.
Not that hard.
So basically, the left is fighting, and I don't know.
Their tears are delicious.
I think that it's different because 4 years ago, this would not even be a conversation.
Everyone would have just been against them.
Yeah, the tide is turning, and I am happy to pull out my spear to shut these people up.
But I think they're not going anywhere. I don't think they will ever give it up. These people are diehard committed.
Yeah, but they'll become a minority. They already are the minority, but I think that they've bullied so many people into silence that now people have just gotten over it, because that's why Democrats are losing elections.
I guess we'll see.
Yeah.
You guys let us know what you think in the comments below. Make sure to subscribe, become a channel member to support our work, and we'll be back with more Normal Gays real soon.